We are at the corner of 46th Street and 50th Avenue in Queens. This is the Woodside area of Queens. And if you go up the street, we're going up 46th Street now. Eventually you get to the Sunnyside area of Queens. So this is like right on the border. Now, as you can see, this area is mostly residential. Today is Memorial Day. Lots of apartment buildings around. And it rained earlier today as well. It's about 67 degrees outside. You can see a lot of green around here, luckily. So there's some shade on this side of the street. That's purposely why I crossed the street and came over here. Trying to stay out of the sun no matter what. But as we move up the street, then you'll start to see more businesses and restaurants and things of that nature. Grocery stores, banks. This is like one gigantic apartment complex that spans multiple buildings, and they have an inner courtyard and stuff. Oh, that's a nice looking tree over there. Let's take a look at that. Wow, look at that. Okay, so now we are approaching 48th Avenue, and you're going to start to see some businesses on the side here. The first one you see on the left is a relatively new place. It's actually closed right now, but it's like a smoothie place, Nutrimood. They're always handing out little cards for, like, I guess coupons, trying to convince people to go to the place. It hasn't been very busy since they opened. I don't know. A lot of times businesses come and go pretty frequently around here. But I'll tell you what, this grocery store on the corner, they've been here for a while. They're very popular. It's basically like a convenience store, has sodas and beers and chips and stuff like that. Now you can see on 48th Avenue, lots of businesses. There's a Chinese food place down there. There's a mosque over there. There's laundromats, deli, groceries, pharmacies. You can see all that. So 50th Avenue was mostly residential. But now you start to see, okay, this is where there's a lot more stuff around here. Now this leads up to Queens Boulevard, which is at the end of this street. Well, I wouldn't say the end, but that's where this is going towards. There's a laundromat over there. It's a bakery over there. More residential buildings. Yes. This is a public school. Over here you see a really nice track over here. There's basketball hoops down there. Again, it's Memorial Day. Schools are closed, even though it's Monday. Schools are closed. I'm gonna cross over here because there's some trees that are a little bit overgrown over there. It's kind of inconvenient to get around them. I have to like duck. Yeah, typically on a Monday at this time, you'd see a lot of kids running around outside, but not today. walk in the middle of the street. It's Memorial Day, there's no rules, right? Now we are approaching, again, this is still the school. School has all this property. Now we're approaching 47th Avenue. You'll see very few people on these streets because once again, it's a holiday. 47th Avenue is another place where you'll see residential places over here, but if you go down this way, you'll see more businesses. Here's a taco and dumpling place. Right at the corner, they're not open. A lot of places closed today. Then you see on the side, you got a supermarket, bakery. Thai cuisine. Peruvian food. There's a large Ecuadorian community over here. And that is like a nightclub type of thing. They're only open like in the middle of the night on Fridays and Saturdays and stuff. It says El Rodeo. Now we're getting to the most bustling part of this area, because this is the intersection of 46th Street and Greenpoint Avenue. You can see, okay, there's a Bank of America over here on the side, but you see over there, Donor House, German Kebabs. They just opened that place. I'm sure they're doing very well. They know how there's heavy foot traffic in this area, you can see. There's a Subway over there, more Peruvian cuisine. Probably the most heavily trafficked grocery store in the area. If you go a few blocks that way, there's another grocery store that's heavily trafficked. There's a Romantic Depot over there. Paris baguette. And for those of you who don't know, there's a very famous Sunnyside sign on this street. There was even a TV show called Sunnyside. I think they actually filmed on location in this area. But now we are approaching Queens Boulevard. I have another video on my channel where I walk down Queens Boulevard. But let's take a little walk across Queens Boulevard so I can show you there is a subway station right here, just in case you want to visit this area. You just take the 7 train to 46th Street, Bliss Street Station. And here you can see Sunnyside with the big sign. And I think that's a good place to end the video. Thank you for watching.